Day 147. I wrote this book in 8 hours. And at the end of this video, we're going to share how you can do it too. Here we go. Namaste, welcome everyone. This is day number 147 of 365, A Life of Bliss 365. One quote every day from the book, A Life of Bliss, the Living Transmission, that was written in 8 hours. Channeled through this one from our dear non-physical friends and teachers, AnandA, here to assist us, humanity, in remembering who we are and why we are here. And today we're going to talk about, we've moved out of the chapter 13, the chapter of death. Wow, that was a long chapter, even for me. And I love the subject of death, but that was, wow, a lot coming through. Oh my God, I just see a typo. I've just put I did this quickly before. So we start chapter 14 with a beautiful typo of living transmission. And that is just by the by, but fun. So we're continuing to live stream live every day at 3:33 UK time. As you can see, we don't edit. We make mistakes and we keep taking our time and having fun. So yeah, 3:33 every day UK time. Rumble, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch and Telegram. We're also posting videos on TikTok. We aren't allowed to live stream there yet. I've started all of these social media channels from zero again. If you're new here, you may not have known that. We started this again sometime in December of 23. So we're beginning again afresh. We're writing a new book. So today, 147, the maximum break in snooker. 47 is master number 11. 47 is a number that AnandA uses to communicate with this one a lot. And we said, write your book. So today when I saw the first quote, it's a very short quote, and I was like, I must just go back and see how long did it actually take for this book to come through. So for those of you that don't know, we've shared it in some of the videos, but I mean, there's a lot of videos, as you can see, 147. So how this book came through was, it was channeled live vocally. We did it on a Zoom call in our inner community. It was a community that I had began back sometime in 2020, and we had an online community. And then so once a week on a Wednesday, we would come into the space was set, and on Zoom 3 chapters would be channeled live vocally. And so I went back and seen, and it was done over 10 sessions. There's 33 chapters in the book. It wasn't exactly 3 all the time, and there's some shorter and some longer. So there's 33 chapters in the book, 10 sessions, and so I just went through the videos just to see how long it took, and it was 8.5 hours totally. So the book came through in 8.5 hours. Now, we'll get into the quote for today, and then into the contemplation, and then we're going to elaborate on that 8.5 hours. And then at the end of the video, we're going to talk about how you can do the same. Maybe not exactly the same, but how you can write your book in a much shorter time than what we believe is possible. Okay, so let's get into the quote for day number 147. So we're on chapter 14. You have drawn these words to yourself. You are drawing this book to yourself. It is drawn to you, from you. The energetic vibration contained in this living transmission has brought you to this, and it has brought you to this from within you. And so when I read this quote today, that's what sort of inspired me to go back and check how long it took for the book to come through. I was just having a laugh earlier inside myself, thinking about how long it takes for how long does it take to set this stuff up. We're living in, since August of 23, we're living in a motorhome, and this whole setup, it looks like it's like looks quite good. This is in a tiny little motorhome, our tiny home that our little Trinity is living in, and I think I've spent more time setting up and taking down the computer and mic and all this than it took to write the whole book. If I added up all the 147, it might take longer. Maybe not, but it's just a little fun thing that is coming in. So when we contemplate this today, it's repeating. Anything that's repeated in the book, it's not redundant. It's repetition for mastery. It's repetition for recognition. It's telling you over and over again that we're drawing these words from ourselves, drawing them to ourselves from ourselves. So it's paradoxical. We're drawing it to ourselves from ourselves, and the energetic vibration contained in this living transmission has brought you to this, and it has brought you to this from within you. And so it's this both and, but the source of it is within you. It's not something that you have to gain and get or learn or earn. It's within you. And so why we said write your book is that you are writing the book of your life continuously every day. And the funny thing is, that book's already written. Every potential choice is already alive in potential. Every decision that you make that you think is finite is already alive in potential. You just reveal it by your choice. You reveal it by your attention. You reveal it by what you focus upon. And so this book came through in 8 hours, but you could say 8.5 hours, but you could say in the same way you could say it appeared instantaneously. It only looks like 8 hours, and it looks like 10 sessions, one session a week for 10 weeks. It's instant, but it's our consciousness that uses the medium of time and space to draw things that are everything exists as it is, simultaneously, sequentaneously. That's a great word. That was downloaded from Conversations with God. So sequentaneously. So things are appearing in sequence. It looks like day 1, day 2, day blah 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 147. But it's all existing simultaneously. So it's sequentaneously. It is simultaneous, but it's appearing in sequence. And so we are for anything to take any time at all, it is only a relative truth. And so it was just interesting. I had no idea how long it took. Do you know what? I had no idea even what year this was done. So it so happened that it began in, actually, it was the end of March 2022. And so it was the sessions lasted between 40 minutes and just over an hour. And that was once a week for 10 weeks. And 33 chapters. And so they came through live. And I want to make special mention of our dear beautiful sister, co-creator Katrina O'Marchin, who then she kindly offered to transcribe. So she took the vocal words and transcribed it into words, and then I got it, and then some minor edits are happening, and then there's additions that I've been guided to, very very minor edits, but the book, the 99% of the book was done in that 8.5 hour period, which is amazing, but also not amazing. The book of your life, the book that your life is writing, is instantaneous. It's here now. And so we're going to go into sacred silence now as we contemplate this, and then after this, I'm going to share how you can do the same. So, with this contemplation, I'm going to drop into sacred silence for a short time as we allow what is to be what is, as what is. So thank you so much for joining in this daily journey of bliss, this living transmission, this ever unfolding living transmission. So now, as promised, towards the end of the video, we'll talk about how you can do the same. This book, 33 chapters, was written in 8 hours. And it's just come to me as I was, just before I was doing this video, how we could show someone, you who watches this, how you can do the same. And so there's a very simple formula. It's not what I did, but it's something that I've been given to share. 8 hours. Take 1 hour and go over get a pen, piece of paper, pencil, piece of paper. Take 1 hour and go back over your whole life. Take 1 hour to go back over your whole life and come up with 7 major themes that have happened in your life. It'll be different for each. You might come up with 10, you might come up with 4, 3, whatever, but try to come up with, I would say, at least 3 to 5, ideally probably 5 to 7. So think of big themes that your life, so that you don't have to look anywhere else, that your life has come up. So take 1 hour. Sorry, I should say, take this hour where you're completely without digital devices. You will not be disturbed in any way. It's impossible. You're completely alone and completely in a space where you can dedicate 1 hour, set an alarm, 1 hour, and you go through your life and find the major themes in your life. So there might be themes of death, there might be themes of transformation, there might be separation, there will be overcoming adversity, war, abuse, whatever the major themes of your life. Find the major themes in your life. Take 1 hour, do that. If you've got loads, like more than kind of 7 after this, whittle them down to the absolute main themes, whatever the themes that run through your life. And then you've got 7 more hours then. So take those themes and if you've got 7 themes, give them 1 hour each. And you can do this over time, but it's important that you just turn everything off, no digital devices, no distractions, go somewhere where you can write, and take 1 hour and write solely with unfiltered, not trying to edit in any way, just complete brain dump, complete heart dump, complete soul expression for 1 hour on that theme. Everything that comes to your heart, everything that comes, just let your hand write and just keep writing, and don't try and make it look nice. Don't worry about spelling or grammar. Just write everything that you know, everything that you've experienced for 1 hour. Just keep writing about that theme. So let's say you've got 7 themes. You're going to do that. Give 1 hour for each of that. You can do that over a period. I would split them up because they're going to be separate themes. Split them up. You could do it over a weekend. You could do it over a few weeks. It wouldn't, depending on your circumstances. But give 1 hour each for those themes. Let's say you have 3 themes. You can give yourself longer, but do them in 1 hour batches. So we've got the first hour to identify the themes in our life, and then you're going to write write everything that you know about it, everything you've experienced. Use little codes and stuff that remind you of stories about things that you've overcome, things that you've broken, things that you've learned, all of these things. And by the end of that 8 hours, and if you do this, really, you will have a book at the end of that. Now, that book will need editing, it'll need fleshing out, it'll need, structuring, but you will have the guts of a book in 8 hours. And you will have so much more than you could ever imagine that you would believe. Your life is a full, and so this could be fictional, it could be self-development, it could be anything. It could be magical, mystical, it doesn't matter. Your life has a theme that's run through it, and you can write for an hour about that. And by the end of 8 hours, you could do this less, but I wanted to do like what was given here. It was 8 hours. So put in the comments if that's something that you feel you would like to do. And just as we were in sacred silence, I thought possibly it might be something we could do as a challenge, or something that we could do, maybe guide people on it and do it together. That's something that may come, but who knows. But we could do it. This is something anyone could do. And so if you've always thought or dreamed about writing a book, or even if you haven't and now you see, wow, there's maybe a possibility I could do this quite easily, can you give 8 hours of your time? Doesn't matter how long it takes. I give short timelines. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Take an hour, identify the themes of your life, then take the remaining hour blocks, writing everything that you know, everything that you've ever discovered, the challenges you faced, how you overcome them, the unique ways in which you see these things. And by the end of those 8 hours, you will have the real guts of a book, the real basis of a book or a program or something that you can share with the world, or something you can share with your family. It doesn't matter. So that is how you can write a book in 8 hours. We shall continue this daily journey. It's funny how these things just come spontaneously. Every day we're live streaming live at 3:33 UK time on Rumble, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Telegram. All the quotes are coming from the book that was written in 8 hours, A Life of Bliss, the Living Transmission, channeled from our dear friends and teachers, Non-Physical Collective Consciousness, AnandA. And we are very grateful to each of you who are sharing these videos, commenting below. Please share it with anyone that you feel have ears to hear and eyes to see and would benefit from these sharings. Anyone maybe you know wants to write a book or is struggling with the book. And also, if you're watching, whatever platform you're watching on, please hit the little like button. Please subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Rumble, Twitter, Twitch, all of those. And we appreciate you and thank you for being with us on this journey. 147 days. Wow. It's amazing. It's become part of the furniture now. It's easy. Thank you again. Until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, loves, and honors the divine in you. Namaste. We are